Hello my lovers, welcome back to my channel. I missed you. Did you miss me? Aww. Okay, so my name is Tammy of Makeup by Tammy, and today we're going to be doing we're going to be doing a makeup tutorial. And I already used the Davis pencil to outline her brows. I have a tutorial on how to draw your brows, so you can just go and watch the in-depth tutorial on how to draw your brows and make them be on flick. Okie dokie. So I already drew her brows with the Davis pencil in 18, and now I'm just taking the EYELINER Pro Concealer in Fun, and I'm outlining the brows. So I'm carving out the bottom part of the brows now. How you doing? What is going on? What is going on? So I'm trying to come up with different kinds of content, lifestyle content for this channel, interesting content, but I've been very busy getting up to other important things as well. I'm still trying to keep up with the YouTube channel, and I hope as you're watching this video, I hope you are subscribed to this channel. Okay, make sure you do not click out of this video without subscribing, and click on the notification bell to know whenever we upload new videos. I hope you enjoy it. So we're just gonna get back to the tutorial now. And you can see I am calmly and gently and easily carving out the brows, taking my time. Also, don't forget that when you're carving out underneath the brows, use 2 fingers to raise the brows up so you can have a good grip on cleaning the brows. Take your time with your brows, take your time. So I'm just going to do the same thing to the other brow as well. I'm using a flat brush from BH Cosmetics. It's not an angled brush, it's just a flat brush, and I used blade to just remove a couple of the hair on the brush so that it gets really thin when I put the concealer on the brush. And I'm just going to put the excess concealer all over her eyelid, and then I'm going to blend it out. So again, don't forget to make sure your brows look alike. Use the brush to join the brows in the middle so that you have something that is almost close, which is what I'm doing now. Now I'm taking a BH Cosmetics blending brush and blending the concealer into the eyes, and I'm putting the concealer all over the eyes to clear up the discoloration of the eyes. But take your time to do every step. Take your time. And I'm taking another flat brush, and I'm using the foundation to carve out the upper part of the brows. Not too much. Don't put too much foundation on the brush, just a little bit, and just keep going in small strokes. You might not be able to do everything at once. You might need to keep going back and forth. Man, those nails are on flick. I didn't even know I had beautiful nails like this. Okay, so we have everything blended out now using the same brush. That's the blending brush from BH Cosmetics. And now I'm priming our eyes with my NYX Jumbo pencil in milk. I depotted the pencil and I put it in a small container, so I just pick it up from there. And I'm using this brush from Eco Tools. I'm just going to blend out the primer. Before you place your eyeshadow on your primer, make sure your primer is well blended and is smooth. Make sure there are no cracks. Do not put your eyeshadow on a cracked primer. Even if you started adding your eyeshadow and your primer is cracked, pick the brush and blend it again to make it smooth. So now I'm going into my Eye Magic palette, and I'm just taking a purple shade from the palette and I'm putting it in the outer corner of the eyes. If you want to know more about the Eye Magic palette, it's one of the best eyeshadow palettes I've ever used. I have a video on the palette. Just check the description box below and you can watch it and see where to buy it and how much it costs and all of that. So now I'm just taking my Echo Tools, the other side of the brush that I used to apply the primer. I'm just placing that purple shade on the outer corner of the eyes. I'm literally just tapping it in. I'm not blending yet, because what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to build up the color on the outer corner of the eyes. So once I'm done placing and I've seen enough of the payoff, then I can start blending. And as you can see, the primer was cracking. I went back and I made it smooth again. I blended it again, because you're not meant to put eyeshadow on a cracked primer. So I'm taking another flat nameless black brush and I'm picking a shade from my Juvia's Place palette. It's like a purpley shade, and I'm applying it on the lid, but I'm not applying it all the way to the inner corner of the lid. And as you can see, on top of where I'm applying this particular shimmer shade, there's no matte color on top. So I just put the primer and I'm just applying that particular shade. Now I'm going back to blend the primer again to make it smooth. If not, the eyeshadow is just going to look really messy and crumbly. So now I'm tapping in to the primer, that purple shade from my Juvia's Place palette. Okay, so now I'm going in with a pigment on top of that particular shade, because I noticed like it wasn't really popping like I wanted. So I went in with one of my pigments from Luster Cosmetics, and this is in the shade called Glossy. So I'm just tapping it in. And anyway, for you to apply pigment, it's always good to have a base, like an eyeshadow sitting down, then you put your pigment on top of the eyeshadow. So that's what I'm doing now to make the eyes pop. And I'm going to go in with another shade again of the pigment. That one is called Peacock. So I'm just going to mix Peacock and Glossy on the lid. I'm just going to do a back and forth with the two and then blend everything all together to marry the look.
Body swinging, me give them back to back. I ain't gonna say me are the freaky animal. And I just want you to know, say nobody have to know.
Okay, so now as you can see, I'm adding Peacock now, and I'm still not going all the way into the inner corner of the eyes. If you can hear any sound, my AC is on, and I think it's making noise. I don't know if you can hear it, just ignore it. So I'm just gonna be blending these two in, and I'm just tapping the pigment into the eyes. I'm just tapping it, and I sprayed my brush with a little bit of setting spray. I'm just tapping it into the eyes. And now I'm taking another pigment called aqua, and I'm putting aqua into the inner corner. It's really funny, like this luster pigment, especially this aqua, where it looks blue in the container, and when you hear aqua you think of like blue water, but then when you apply it on the eyes, can you see the color? It comes out like a little goldish. I don't know, it's just weird. Like it never comes out anything close to blue. And I think a couple of their pigments look different in the container, but by the time you apply them on the eyes, it comes out the same color. It's just really weird. But anyway, like this aqua now, the pigments they have called Ariel, it shows up the same color on the eyes with Ariel. So it just seems like I have two pigment pots of Ariel. It's just weird, you know. But I always like using this shade for the inner corner. And as you can see what I'm doing, I'm blending the upper part. I'm adding that aqua shade into the upper part of the area, so everything looks blended into each other. So you don't want to see a demarcation, you don't want to see a line where the pigments meet. And now I'm going back to that outer purple shade and adding a little more because we lost it, you know, a couple of the pigments while we were applying the pigment. So going back and then blending it with my blending brush from iMagic. And now I'm applying mascara to her eyes. This is a Zaron mascara. It's a very nice mascara. Okay, so I've put her lashes on, and I'm using my Brook liquid eyeliner to line the eyes. And I'm gonna take my time with the eyeliner because I really want it to look on fleek. Like I want the wing to like be really winged and really cute, because the eyes in this look is like the main thing, you know. So the eyes has to be on point, and once you have a good liner, you're on point, like you're good. And another tip to making your liner look really good is if you can double it. So for example, you put a gel liner on first, then you now put a liquid liner on it. My oh my, if you do that, oh my god, like your liner is going to be on point. But sometimes I just don't have the patience, you know, to first apply the gel liner and then put the liquid liner on top. So now I'm drawing the wing. As you can see, I went from underneath the eyes. I told her to look down. I went from underneath the eyes, then I drew another straight line to join the eyeliner, and then I'm just going to fill in the middle. So I'm just going to do this with the two eyes. And even if you make a mistake and the wing is not even sharp in the beginning, you can also always clean your wing out with your concealer. Okay, so now we're moving on to the face, and I'm just taking a facial wipe to just clean her face from all the pigment that is on her face, the fallout from the eyeshadow. So I'm just cleaning everything to make the face very clean and smooth, so your foundation can glide on easily. And I'm priming her face with my Zaron face primer. I need new primer, guys. I need new primers. And now I'm applying a foundation on her face. It's the Maybelline foundation in Coconut 355, and I'm using my e.l.f. brush to just tap the foundation into the skin. I'm just blending and tapping into the skin. Okay, so now I did not apply any foundation underneath the eyes because I did not want her face to look too cakey. So I'm just going to put a concealer for highlighting right on top of her skin, not on top of the foundation. That's underneath the eyes. So I'm using my LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn to highlight her face. I'm starting with the eyes and I'm blending immediately because the concealer dries up real fast, like real fast. So I'm using my Real Techniques Beauty Blender to blend it out. When you're blending underneath the eyes, always tell your client or whoever it is you're doing a makeup for to look up and just keep talking with them and just make them smile and don't forget you're doing anything on their face. So now I'm just making the wing liner sharper. I'm using the flat brush that I used for the brows and I'm just, you know, cleaning the edge and making it real sharp. And I'm just going to go back with the beauty blender and keep blending everything until everything looks married and smooth and all that. If you want to learn how to highlight and contour, again, I have a detailed video on that. Just check in the description box below. Not forget to subscribe to this channel. Okay, so I used the RCMA No Color powder to set her face. Everywhere I put that highlighter, that's the concealer. So I'm using the No Color powder to set the face. And I'm going to my Sasha blush to contour. And I'm using this Eye Magic brush to contour the face. I'm just going to do that for both sides, and I'm going to do a little, just a little bit on the forehead. Okay, now I'm using my Maybelline powder in cacao to contour her nose because that particular Sasha blush is very dark and I don't want that. I want the nose to look a little more natural, so I'm using a lighter shade of brown to contour the nose. Okay, now I'm going in with my MAC powder and I'm tapping the setting powder into her skin. And wherever there's an excess, I just brush it off. But mostly to tap it into the skin so that the skin can stay matte longer. Now I'm lining her waterline with the Maybelline Jumbo Pencil in Milk, which is what I used for the primer. So I just use it to line her waterline, and I'm adding blush on her cheeks, just on her cheeks. We're not going upwards, okay? Just right on the apple of the cheeks. We're not taking it upwards. I'm using an e.l.f. angled brush, and I'm using a NYX blush. So I'm going into the purple matte shade that I used in the outer corner of the eyes, and I'm placing it underneath that white pencil in our waterline. So I'm just going to use that and I'm smudging it out to give it a smoky effect and I'm going to put mascara there as well to brush out her lashes. Okay, so now I'm going into my Milani powder in 108, and I'm putting it in her brow bone and all over under the brows where I applied the concealer to cover the brows. This is just going to make it very smooth. And now I'm putting highlighter there, my Cleopatra highlighter from Sleek. I'm just putting it on her brow bone to make it sharper, to make it, you know, more beautiful. And I'm just using the excess on the brush, applying it on her lip, on her nose. Okay, so now we're going in on the highlights from the Cleopatra palette. Okay, so now I'm taking this L'Oreal Nude lip paint. I'm putting it on her lips. We just wanted something nude to be on her lips, nothing that would even show at all, because obviously you can see the eyes, you can see how popping it is. So I went ahead and added my e.l.f. X Alisa Ashley lip gloss, the nude lip gloss. And you can see we've tied her GELE for her. A tutorial is going to be coming up on how to tie this GELE. It's super duper easy and simple, like you can do it yourself at home, you know. So we're done with the look. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed creating this look. Please do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to, you know, follow me on Instagram at Makeup by Tammy. Thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to stop by next time. Comment down what kind of videos you want to see. Thank you. Bye bye.